Hey everybody, it's Stacy here with Pageantry Now. I am super excited for another special Echo Angel event. We have on a very special guest that is going to be competing for the title of Miss Earth USA in just a couple of weeks. Before we do that, let's just talk a little bit about Pageantry Now. We're all about positivity and pageantry and being able to highlight the amazing things that title holders are doing using a crown and a sash. So often you only see the crowning moment or the moment where they give up their crown, and you really don't see what goes on in between or what these amazing individuals, men and women, because you know men in pageantry too, that are really doing to try to change their world, whether it's locally, nationally, or internationally. So we want to give an opportunity to be able to shine on all of those people. If you've got questions, please ask them in the comments. I will try to get to them as much as I can. I will pop up different comments as you go, and if any questions that you have them, make sure you keep them PC because we do have teenagers that watch. We want to be a role model for all of them. With all of that, let's get this show started. Here we go. Hi!
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. I'm just so excited to chat with you all and answer as many questions as we can.
Well, do me a favor, introduce yourself so we know who you are.
My name is Emma Loney. I've been involved in pageantry for, oh gosh, 7, almost 8 years. And I am your current Miss Wisconsin Earth USA. And in Gosh, like you said, just a couple of weeks, I will be in Orlando. I know it's coming up so fast, and I will be competing for Miss Earth USA. I know me and all of the other delegates are so excited, especially after, all we've gone through with COVID and having things rescheduled and things gone virtual. It's been a lot, but I know we are just beyond excited to see everybody and get to just compete finally.
Yeah, I know it's been a crazy year for everybody, but and I know everybody's really excited, especially now with Lindsay winning Earth, and then now there's a legacy that you guys will be able to fulfill too, because now it's got to be a twofer, right? So
Oh,
whoever
of course.
wins, we got to get two in a row. It's got to be a
And just
twofer.
keep going.
That's right. That's right. And I'm super excited that we are able to get a couple of you on and be able to talk to you and really talk about um, this crazy thing called pageantry. Like, I just first let's talk a little bit about why you chose Earth,
For sure.
and what it means to you. So let's talk a little bit about that. Tell me about that.
So, like I said, I've been involved in pageantry for many years. And at first, with pageantry, it was just, I got a letter in the mail and I was like, oh, mom, could I try it, please? And then from there, I realized that title holders and just women involved in pageantry in general are so passionate about everything that they do and are able to develop platforms that they're extremely passionate about. And that just really spoke to me as someone that's always wanted to advocate for others and make a change, both in my community, statewide, and nationally. So that is what really drove me to continue competing in pageantry. And specifically with Miss Earth, I have done a lot of research on pageant systems, and choosing to go with Miss Earth was a very easy choice because I love the fact that no matter what level people are involved with in the system, whether it's a director, a fan, a local, state, national, international title holder. Everyone's just working on one unified mission, and that is to help sustain and protect our Mother Earth. And I think that is just so cool knowing that no matter which way you're involved in the system, we're all working together on that one unified mission.
That is the thing. I love that it is so much advocacy based. Like that is
Yes,
to me. I mean, and I've been involved in pageantry for 37 years. Oh my gosh, that's a long
we don't have to
time.
tell.
So, well, you know what? I'm kind of proud of it because, like, I started when
Yeah,
I was 16, and it
that's so
changed
cool.
over the years, and like all of the,
Hmm.
my focuses, and I changed so much from pageantry. So I think
Hmm.
it's really important to be able to say, yeah, I've been doing this a couple of days. So, boy,
Yeah, for sure. And
38 years. Oh my gosh, it's 38 years.
But that's so cool. Like,
Isn't it
I
cool?
also started when I was 16. So it's like the age. And once see what a difference you can make or the connections you make, it's like, it's so hard to just stop because it's such a lifestyle that, we've just fallen in love with.
It's the pageant bug, and it's like so funny because I will talk to many, I talk to people often and interview them, and oh yeah, this is my last pageant. I'm like, sure.
Is it? Is
Is it? The good thing about Earth is that you could do teen, you can do Miss Earth, you can do Ms. Elite Earth,
hmm
you can do Mrs.
hmm
So, like, I know, it's like so cool. So you can
I know,
continue the advocacy as you
right?
go on. There you go.
Just
You
forever. Yes,
forever, just forever.
forever.
It's
It's
all good.
fine.
So, what, tell us, because not everybody always knows what the areas of competition are, so that they are familiar with what you will be doing. And I can't believe it's like 5.5 weeks,
Holy.
right? Well, no, 6 weeks.
No,
6 weeks
it's
yesterday.
yeah, and I leave the 11th, so it's less than a month away for me as far as like traveling. But it will be the 17th, which is the coronation. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's coming up fast. So the areas of competition, big thing that I love is the biggest portion is interview. So the judges are really taking into account, what all of the women are doing, how they interact with the judging panel and are able to present themselves. And with Miss Earth being so advocacy driven, it's, really important that their title holders are able to communicate and present well in an interview setting. Then there's also evening gown, of course. There's swimwear, and there is runway, which is sponsored by Ashley Loren. And we all wear the same dress for that one, which is our opening number dress. Those are the main categories, but there's also some other categories that are not seen during pageant week that are just like kind of behind the scenes. So we all do a eco video, like a get to know me video. So I just submitted that, and that's going to be released. I'm not sure the exact date, but every delegate is going to have a video released through the Miss Earth USA page, where you get to learn a little bit about them, about why they chose Miss Earth, why they, you know, love the system. And I think that's so awesome. And then we also have photogenic, and we have a quick little media interview after our interviews, which will actually be virtually prior to
I was
pageant week.
just gonna ask you that.
Yeah.
So that's so
So
cool.
that, yeah. So there's lots of different areas, lots of different ways that, women can excel and be represented. So I think that's really awesome.
Do you have a saltwater tank behind you?
I do. Wait, wait, I'm
Oh
leaning the
my
wrong
gosh,
way.
that is so cool. I have one too.
Really?
But like yeah, but like for to see one in Wisconsin, it's got to be super super hard to
Yeah.
keep it up there because
It's
and
not
super
easy.
expensive. Super
I
expensive.
love, love, love the ocean. Like my family has traveled my entire life. And one day you're just like, you know what, let's just do it. And so it's just, yeah, it's something that I love. I have a lot of coral, anemone, different fish. I've gone through lots of different kinds of fish, and I've had it for, I want to say 3.5 or 4 years.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
I
I
know it's
love
crazy. It's like I
it.
saw it. I was like squirrel, because because like I have my. I mean, we don't have corals right now. We just moved,
Mhm.
so the tank crashed when we moved.
Of
But
course, as they
but
do.
we have we have paired clowns that are tank raised clowns. So they were born in the tank, which is with
Oh,
saltwater
cool.
funny, but it doesn't know. It's very very hard to
Hmm.
get tank raised saltwater fish
Fish.
because
Yes.
they just it doesn't. So it's very eco-friendly.
Hmm.
But of course our anemone is not. So but
Right.
they paired immediately with the anemone, which was like it's just
Oh,
the most
that's
magical
awesome.
thing to see that like
I
that
know.
symbiotic unit just happen. So it's like
I know.
Nemo. And then all of my students are always like, "Oh, look, it's Nemo. Miss Stacy has Nemo." I'm like, actually, their names
Yes.
are Carl and Rick. Carl and Rick. And the anemone's
I'm
name
gonna
is
be honest.
Alexandria.
Ours is Nemo 1 and Nemo 2. So we were not creative.
Wait, well, because
But yes.
ours were originally, cause we had another one. We had Marlin and
Hmm. Hmm.
Carl. And then, for those of you that also don't know, clownfish start out as nothing. They are asexual and then they become male and
Hmm.
then they become a female. So we got a bigger fish that became, our female became the smaller fish and then transition. Anyway,
It's
sorry.
so interesting. No,
I know.
I think it's so cool. We could talk about fish all day
I
and
know.
like
I'm so
w-
sorry. This is not about fish. I apologize.
Well, my
Oh,
family went to an aquarium because what was it, like a year ago? I went and visited my dad. He lives in Denver. They have the Denver Aquarium, and I'm walking my whole family through. I'm like, oh, look, this is a Scopus tang, and this is a yellow tang, and okay, these only eat. And my family's like, oh, you know a lot about fish. I'm like, you have to keep
you
it
have
like
to be able to keep it
alive. You
going.
have
It's
to.
crazy.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, and
Hmm.
honestly, I think that it really ties really nicely into the Earth title as well, because this is clearly what we are fighting for, to be able to keep our planet alive. If we don't keep our
Right.
oceans alive, then we will not survive. And the oceans are
Exactly.
dying off so quickly right now, and so many
Hmm.
species are going extinct. So this is really ties into, well, and let's talk about your advocacy, because I'm sure it has nothing to do with oceans, but maybe it does.
So my advocacy is more focused on legislation. So for me, I advocate for legislating change. I am a law student at Northern Illinois University College of Law, and I am just finishing up my first semester. I have my last final tomorrow. We talked briefly
Woot
about that.
woot.
Um, but just even over the past, semester, I've always been passionate about law. I always knew I wanted to practice law, but realizing how, you know, legislation works and how laws are formed, I was able to get a much better understanding of how, just changing a few laws, implementing a few changes here and there, could really, help combat climate change in ways that people don't normally think about because on a daily basis we're not thinking about legislation, we're not thinking necessarily about climate laws, but things as simple as regulating factory farming or regulating carbon emission from factories can make a huge impact. um, and I think that is just so important. So this is not just a short-term platform. This is a lifelong platform for me, something that I'm going to be working towards for the rest of my life. Once I obtain my law degree and pass the bar, I will be working towards implementing legislation. And if I were to win the title of Miss Earth USA, I would, continue the work that I have been doing currently and contact legislation, talk with people that are in the Senate, and see the best ways that we can be implementing legislation that is going to actually make a lasting impact and create laws that are going to regulate the mass populace, because we have the ability to make changes on that level, which changing everyday actions on our own personal platform is important, but the government has a role as well.
Well, oh gosh, I just lost it. Okay. And the thing that's so, Kendall says hi, babe.
Hi, Kimball. We were
So,
sister queens in another system. She is
oh, awesome.
amazing. I went to visit her in Texas. It was the best. Pageants are everything. Give you
They
amazing
are.
friendships that are
Seriously.
lifelong.
And like some of my best friends, it's crazy. One of my best friends is still was one of my directors. So
That's so
I
cool.
I do Hanukkah every night with them. They live in California, so we
Hmm.
Zoom every single night with our kids that call me auntie, because they've known me their
Hmm.
whole lives because of
Oh,
pageants.
that's awesome.
Like, how
Yeah,
cool is that? Oh,
it's so cool.
Kendall says I miss you so much.
I miss you, Kendall.
That
I'll
is
come see
that.
you as soon as I can, or you can come to Wisconsin.
Texas is so far away.
I know, but soon, hopefully.
Yeah, I know. That's the one thing. Like, well, and talking, first of all, you are so well spoken. Like, I'm so
Oh,
impressed.
thank you.
Angel's on. Angel says hi.
Hi, Angel.
She'll be on
Hi.
in a minute
I
too.
I
Angel
know
will be
she's coming
on
on as
at
well.
6 o'clock, so we'll see her in a minute. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. But you have a voice that clearly needs to be heard, especially with legislation. And now, um, I think that governmentally we're going to have a little bit more support with being able to try to make some changes um,
Hmm.
in legislature to be able to be positive. I mean, hopefully, I don't want to be political on the show, but
You're right.
there have been some struggles, obviously. So we want to be able to have voices that are available to be able to speak for our planet,
Hmm.
especially because here in the United States we really are not actively doing as many things as they are in other countries. and other
Mhm.
continents even to
Right.
be able to really have a impact on our environment and how to be able to make a positive change. So
For sure.
kudos for you, girl. Like seriously,
Thank you. No,
I'm
I think it's so
impressed.
important. Thank you. And I think, you see in countries that have enacted, laws to help protect the earth, you see the direct impact that it has on the country. So I think the United States definitely has a ways to go, but it's not unobtainable. We can definitely get there. It
Right.
just will take action and voices
Have
to make
voices,
that
have
difference.
many voices, and honestly,
Mhm.
that's really what the Earth system is all about: is being able to make voices available, whether it's locally, state, country, national, or international, so that you are able to, take what your advocacy is and really implement it in a bigger way, which I think is super important. And that's really what pageants are all about to me. Like I know
Mhm.
to most people, it's like, oh, they think, oh, you get a crown and you get to be a princess and you get to do these things, but
And you're like,
it's
that's
not
like
it's not about it's not about
1%.
parades. Yes, exactly. It's not about parades, it's not about judging the pageant. It's about what you do the rest of the time. So what
Mhm.
made you want to do this? Like it just was that phone that letter you got and you said, "Hey, I want to do this," and mom went, "Okay, sure."
Honestly, kind of. I was in high school and like I had been told by, family members, of course, the family members, oh, you should model, whatever. I had no idea how to get involved. And yes, I got the letter from NAM was my first pageant system
I
that
was
I
gonna
was a
say
part
you
of.
have Nam all over you, so I was gonna say your Nam, and then a part of
Yeah.
me is going, "Oh my gosh, did I judge her?"
No, that was correct. So that was my first pageant system, and I won Miss Wisconsin with them, and then placed top 10 at nationals with them, and that whole experience.
What year
I
was that?
just 2016.
I judged.
You did? Oh my goodness! I was not as put together as I am now.
Okay, top 10 at Nam is awesome.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Yeah, so that was like
Seriously.
an amazing accomplishment. Like to me, I was really proud of myself. Um, and I was actually asked to judge this past year, but it
Yeah,
didn't
I
work
did
out.
too. I know I couldn't go because of COVID. So
Yeah.
that was, oh, you got
Hmm.
a puppy. Hi, puppy.
I know I have three here just moseying around.
We had to actually make the office not dog friendly so that they would stay out because otherwise my one dog would be on my lap right now. So
That is how I am starting to feel in some of my classes because I'll be, trying to talk about a case or brief a case, and then they'll literally jump on my face and lick me, and I'm like, I'm so sorry.
and first year law is like legit. I was.
It's a
It's so
lot,
funny.
yes.
We're kind of close. My dream was to be an attorney until
Oh, that's so cool.
I got accepted to Harvard and I went, no, I don't want to do
What? To Harvard? That's amazing. That's
it. You'll
so
think my
cool.
parents did not have that reaction when I went, no, I don't want to do this.
They were like, oh.
Wait,
I mean, but the thing is though, you just have to follow like your dreams at the time. I think it's so important that we all just, there's no standard of what you should be doing. You just need to do what you want to do. And I think so many people are pressured into doing and like working with things they don't want to do and then end up not happy and whatever. So for me, I've always just pushed on doing what I want to do despite what my family says, despite what other people say, and just following what my dreams are. And I've been happy doing that for
that's
sure.
pretty cool because I mean, I don't think at 23 I could have made those kinds of decisions at all. Like I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like I when I decided that I wasn't going to go to law school, I had already clerked
Hmm.
for a year. And so I had
Hmm.
a really good idea. I mean, back in those days, we didn't have internet. So,
Right.
when you clerked, it was serious research. And I went, oh,
Yes.
oh no, no, I don't want to spend my whole life looking at case studies and trying to figure out all this stuff. So like,
Yeah.
and I love, I'm a teacher at heart. So I knew that I
Hmm.
wanted to do that, but I also did gymnastics. So I was like, let me go be a coach and do that and see how it goes. And the next thing I knew, I owned a gym, and that's what I was doing for the rest of my life. So
And do you love it though?
I
So
love
that's
it.
what matters.
I
That's
love it.
the
I
most
get up
important thing.
every day, and then this also helps too because this really offsets the two worlds. So I get an opportunity
Mhm,
to speak to people and have an impact. And
mhm,
then, I mean, and not to say I don't have an impact with gymnastics because we do, clearly. I mean,
mhm.
we're molding people's lives, and we're not making Olympians. We're doing it for the right reasons, I hope.
Right, right.
My students are always like, Miss Stacy, what did you do to your face today? I'm like, oh, I had an interview today. I'm sorry, because
You're like, "Oh, yes, makeup."
Pageant Stacy is not Miss Stacy. They're very different people. So
Oh, I know. I show up, class Zooms not looking like this. It's a different look for class. But did you want me to go back to why I've continued being involved in
yeah,
pageantry
yeah.
a
I
little
mean,
bit?
we
Sorry.
talked about it a little bit, but yeah, let's do it.
Just there's a different aspect as well that's not directly correlated with Miss Earth, but I'm a curvy title holder, which I didn't realize when I started competing in pageantry. I thought that I needed to change myself and try to look like everybody else. And then, got on stage and I'm like, okay, this is totally unobtainable for me. So a big reason additionally why I compete in pageantry is I wanted to be that representation that I didn't see when I was younger. And I thought it was so important to, show women of all shapes and sizes that there isn't just one type of beauty. There you can make a difference, you can make an impact, and you can feel beautiful and inspired and just be yourself in the body that you're in. And I think, that's something that I would have benefited from greatly when I was younger. So I just want to be that person. No matter how I place, no matter how I do, when I compete nationally, it's just something that I feel very strongly about and I think makes a difference.
So I am going to thank you because that was a question that I wanted to ask, and I was like, and because I'm curvy too. Like
Hmm.
and when I took a break from pageantry when I came back, um, I was 35 when I
Hmm.
came back, and he was a size 14, 16,
Hmm.
and there wasn't any place for me.
Right.
And I tried to go to mainstream pageantry, and I was told if you don't lose 40 pounds, you can't do this.
Right. And
So
it's
I
so
went,
discouraging.
right, and I was the very first Texas title holder for Plus America, so the first pageant for plus size women.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah, and I was a runner up at nationals, so it was very
Wow.
cool to be part of that history.
Yes.
Um, and then a part of me was like, you know what? I need to be able to do this on my own merits. I shouldn't have to
Hmm.
be forced to feel like I have to fit into somebody else's mold. I didn't want to be
Hmm.
seen as a plus model. I didn't want to be seen as, your typical pageant person either. Um,
Hmm.
so I had to start really digging for systems that worked for me,
Hmm.
and to have that representation. And, I mean, I got a lot of challenges, people walking up to me, and especially because that was 20 years ago. That's 20,
Right.
almost 20 years ago. And people going, oh, that's so cute. Where did you buy that crown and that sash? And me going, I want it.
Wow.
I want it.
Or
Well,
my favorites.
sweetheart,
Oh, is it your birthday? No.
no, I know. So I have got to tell you that I am super happy that you are choosing to be representative of all women, because it
Thank
doesn't
you.
matter what size you are, it matters who you are. So,
That means so much. Like, seriously, I just got like chills. Thank you so much. And like, it's definitely hard
yeah,
being on stage next to women. I mean, since you are basically me, like, we're the same
I'm a
person,
grown
it
up
sounds
version. Oh
like.
my gosh.
But like, just, standing and, you walk in to check in and you're like, okay, am I going to be immediately discounted because I look different than all of these women?
Right.
And, it's definitely like there's never going to be a time where it's not going to be a struggle. But I think I'm to the place now where to me, I'm like, it doesn't matter. I know why I'm here. And, the fact that I get to even be here matters so much. So, I commend the Miss Earth USA organization so much for giving me this opportunity, and being able to walk across the national stage and be that person that is representing women of all shapes and sizes. And it's, truly an honor and not an opportunity that people saw years ago. So maybe we don't have a curvy national title holder in a huge mainstream system, but we're getting to finally see that representation on the national stage, through state title holders. And I truly hope that one day that all systems will have that, and that, judging will change and we'll be able to, celebrate women of all shapes and sizes for their accomplishments and who they are and their speaking abilities and their modeling abilities, and that their worth as a title holder is not, solely based in the size of their body.
You're an awesome person. So I gotta,
Thank
and
you.
there's a part of my brain that was like, okay, so how are we dealing with swimsuit? Because that's always an issue. Like
It's
even
always
if
an
you're a
issue.
size two, it's hard to feel comfortable and confident.
Mhm.
So is that something that's in your brain, or you're just like, no, I don't care?
Um, for me, competing in swimsuit, I actually don't feel like insecure about it. I love competing in swimsuit. The part that's hard is, getting the scores back and realizing that's like where I lost all my points. But I love competing in swimsuit. I think it's so fun. I think it's a great opportunity to really just showcase confidence. So in the future, I would love to see swimsuit focused more on confidence and modeling ability instead of them assigning, health strictly to body size, because I'm also an advocate for eating disorders. My sister suffered for a long time with a severe eating disorder, and knowing that being, skinny is not equal healthy. I think that's, something that pageantry has really, shoved down the throats of so many people for so long. So I think, again, it's hard getting the scores back because they never changed. It's always the lowest scoring portion for me. Um, but, you know, I
Okay,
kind of
I have got
just
to stop
know.
you there because I have
Are we
seen the
done?
most amazing. No, no, we're not done. Because I do
Oh,
want to do
okay.
this and that, but I want to stop. I want to say to you because I know I hate to interrupt, but I have seen the most amazing curvy women be themselves and steal titles. So
Really?
yes, and
That's
and
good
I
to
won't I
hear.
won't say the systems, but I have seen some pretty amazing women that were amazing and shined on
Hmm.
stage, and it wasn't about being, thin. It was about who they
Hmm.
were. And you
Hmm.
have an amazing judges panel that are like phenomenal people. So
Yes.
just do you. Do you be out there, let your amazing personality shine. And
Thank you.
that can sell it. So just keep that in your head. And then when you win, I
For
will just
sure.
be like, see, I told you so.
She's you're gonna be there in the background like I told her.
Okay, when Lindsay won, you could have heard me anywhere like from here to Orlando. It was crazy because
Yeah.
I was so excited because I know how hard the entire Earth USA team has worked for years
Hmm.
to be able to make this happen. So
Right.
it's really cool, super cool.
No,
So
it was awesome. I was just we all had like a viewing party at home, and we're, sitting there watching, and it's getting down to like the top, and I'm like, "Oh my God, she's gonna win. She's gonna
right,
win."
right,
So it was so crazy. And I remember talking to her briefly prior, like following her winning immediately USA. And I'm like, just because like you're not like the stereotypical pageant girl, like that doesn't mean you can't do this. Like
right.
it's about, who you are and being yourself. And I think yeah. So I was also so happy.
It
It's
was cool.
amazing that she
It was
won.
cool. Did you have fun making your eco video? Was it really cool to be able to? Because I know for a lot of people it was kind of strange having a
Yes.
crew and getting all of that like together and trying to do the video. Like,
So, kind of weird situation for mine. My sister initially helped me. The day that we filmed, it was like 25 degrees here, freezing. We went to the state capitol, which is, I don't know, about 20, 25 minutes from my house. And she is majoring in digital design. So she was gonna just put it all together for me and send it to me. She puts it together and sends it to me, and she's like, I did the best that I could. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
So I get it, and you can like hear all the background sounds at the Capitol because there were just for some reason there was a ton of people out and about that day, and there's sirens
25
and
degrees, we're out doing stuff. Sure,
yeah, just
perfect.
let's go. It's Wisconsin. Let's just go. It's basically summer.
Pretty much.
And it pretty much. And yeah, I was so cold, like you can hear my voice, like it's just like I'm not saying everything I want to say. And she used a lot of stock footage that it was too much. So I'm like, oh no, I have to remake this whole video. So it was due the 10th. She sent it to me the 10th at 1 p.m. and I remade my entire video um between that time and like filmed all the stuff by myself with my little tripod and put it all together and submitted it that night. So,
Okay, I'm sorry I asked. Or maybe I mean,
no,
so when we
it's a
watch your
funny
video,
story. Know what I've been through.
there were challenges that just
There
wouldn't.
were challenges. It
Oh
was
my
a
God.
struggle, but we made it happen.
That's like me all the time. When I do this show, I'm just like, it's gonna either be really okay or not okay, and we'll just make it through it. So
And there's nothing we can do. And like I still have the backup video that she had made, like if things really went badly. But I feel like the video I made actually like it was more representative of me
cool.
and I got it done. So like that was all that mattered. It was done. And I also had an exam the next day. So I finished that video, I submit it, and then I stayed
For
up
studying.
studying. Yes. It was just
Oh my
I
gosh.
went through it that
Jennifer
day.
says, "Wow, what a way to make it all work out." So that's
Thank you.
craziness, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm excited to share it and be like, I made this in like
I did
3 hours.
I know that feeling. There are days when I'm just like, we were talking about it before we started. Like, I don't understand technology. I don't know how to do all this stuff. Like,
It's a struggle.
it's a struggle. And so, yeah, no, I agree. So, welcome to virtual world.
I know. And I mean, it is rewarding to be like, okay, I just did that. I figured it out. I did it.
Exactly.
So,
I agree. I
yeah.
agree. Yeah. All right. So we're having fun, but let's do this and that. See
Oh,
what
yes.
a little bit more fun. So I'm going to ask you a question about this or that, and
Mhm.
then tell me why that
Okay.
or this. All right.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
do you prefer makeup or no makeup?
Makeup. And I had like I wear no makeup a lot of the time, but I'm a very artistic person and I actually put makeup on to like kind of de-stress sometimes. Like
Really?
it kind of calms me down to just sit and like do something like I know how to do. And I don't know. I don't know why. It really like kind of centers me sometimes. So
That's cool.
I feel like it's like a fun expression as well. So like I said, I don't wear makeup a lot of the time, especially now that we're at home, but I prefer to wear makeup.
Okay. There you go. Do you prefer to get dressed up or do you prefer to be casual?
Dressed up to go along with my makeup. I love fashion. I love like new pieces, and I also do a lot of recycling of clothing. So I have clothes that like I'll go through, and if I'm done using them, I either donate them or I sell them to this local resale shop that I get a lot of my clothing from. So I got this dress from. Um, and so I just love to find like new pieces, especially that are consigned, and put together like a really fun dressed up look.
That is cool. We were talking about that the other day on the show. I let my pageant sisters come shop in my closet because, like, if I get to a
Mhm.
point where I am so old school pageant that it used to be in my brain I could not be seen in the same outfit twice in Crown and Sash.
I'm not like that at all. I'm totally like that.
I have learned that that is no longer a necessity, which was
Right.
I went through an astronomical amount of clothes, which was really bad environment. But
Yeah.
like I'd call my friends and be like, okay, come pick out whatever you want. Like just and
Right.
I but now I still do it. So I have a core wardrobe that I always keep. But we swap things back and forth because, like, why not?
Yeah, that's so fun. I love that
Yeah.
idea. That's
So
super
yeah,
fun. I might have to copy your idea.
I was like, maybe we should swap clothes back and forth.
Maybe we set up a little chat and swap clothes.
Hmm. I like that idea.
Hmm.
Okay, there you go. We will talk about that. Okay.
For sure.
So do you like heels or flats?
Flats if I'm just, living my
Chill.
day-to-day life. Heels for obviously pageant stuff, but like on a day-to-day basis, flats because I don't like walking in heels. I
Because
don't
you're a
I don't know if
practical kind
people
of girl.
do.
I don't get it. I
Yeah.
don't. I don't. And the worst part is when I was a senior in high school, I wore a
Mhm.
suit to school every day, carried a briefcase, and always had pumps on. Always.
That
Now,
was like
no,
the aspiring lawyer in you.
totally.
Yes.
Like it was
Yeah.
people. No wonder people thought I was such a geek because I really was.
But look at you now. That's what
It
you
was
gotta
way
say.
before Legally Blonde ever came out, so there was no being cute. It was just not okay. So,
But
wow.
that is such a cute story though. Like so cute.
So, anyway, so, uh, so do you like chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate. I don't know if I have a reason. I'm just not a vanilla person. I don't like white chocolate. I don't,
Oh
it's
no,
so weird. I don't eat vanilla ice cream, which is super weird. People are always like, so I always get chocolate ice cream. I like chocolate cake with chocolate frosting, like all chocolate things.
I am. I like vanilla ice cream, which weirds my husband out because he knows everything else is chocolate. So he'll
Hmm.
be like, he's a chef, so he'll be like, okay, so do you want chocolate cake? I'm like, uh huh. And he's like, so let me
Hmm.
get the side of chocolate ganache and chocolate ice cream. And I'm like, vanilla,
Uh,
chocolate, everything else, just vanilla ice cream. Okay.
just vanilla ice cream. Yeah, I don't even do vanilla ice cream. I'm very
Okay.
strict with my chocolate.
There, I do. I get it though. Chocolate helps to ease stress, so it's an important
Sure does.
antioxidant. So there you go.
Good.
Have more.
Yes.
Have more of it.
Have more.
Uh, when you're done with pageant and you are,
Hmm.
at the end, you have your celebratory meal. Is it going to
Hmm.
be pizza or salad?
Pizza.
Everybody's like pizza during pageant. What are you talking about, lady?
Pizza, always pizza. Um, I'm not salads like I don't salads are a side to
Yeah, I
me.
know. I agree. I'm growing my own garden. Like we have uh, the sack gardens. Like so they're
Hmm.
because I live in the city. Like seriously, like we my
Yeah.
backyard is cemented, so we actually had
Oh
to
wow. Build something.
build something. Um, and I was so excited because I was able, like, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I need a salad. My husband's like, what? I walked out in the garden, cooked my own salad, and then sat down at 4 o'clock in the morning and ate a salad. And he goes, "You're so weird." I'm like, "But I can do this now." But it's a
Yeah.
side.
That that's so nice. And like sometimes you just crave a salad.
Yeah,
But if we're thinking like after a big pageant like type of deal, it's gonna be
we
pizza.
need carbs, man.
Yeah.
Good
I can't
carbs,
see it.
man.
I can't see going, wow, we just finished that pageant. Let's have a salad. I can't
No.
imagine that would be me.
Do you hear my dogs? Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're
Yeah,
barking.
mine have barked periodically as well. So you can
Oh,
see one just sitting behind me
chilling
on
over
that
there,
side.
being cool. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Max, you being a good boy? He just
Yes, mom.
casually looks over.
You're like, what are you talking to me about? All right. Oh, I didn't ask you the question I asked. We gotta go. I'm sorry, it's been way over.
Okay.
Do you like frogs? Why or why not?
Frogs.
Uh-huh.
I like frogs. I like them. I've always liked them. I pick them up if I see them and put them back. Um, You said frogs, right, with an F?
I said frogs, but then the angel said dogs, like dogs, like
Okay,
dogs are barking.
that
But I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
laughed
yeah.
because
Okay,
I
that
asked
conf
frogs, and then she popped up with dogs. So yes, I did ask
Okay,
frogs.
that's why I was like, "Okay, wait, am I answering this wrong? Am I
No,
just
you are
going on about
totally
frogs?"
okay.
Okay. So, now, like, when we go up north, we have a cabin up north, and there's, like, a whole little, like, wetlands area, and we catch the
Oops.
frogs.
What happened?
I'm
Oh,
back,
totally.
I
You're
think.
back. Yes. Sorry.
No, you're good. And we catch them, and we hold them, and we take a picture, and then we put them back. It's super fun. I love doing it. And then we'll sometimes like I live like in a more wooded area and we'll get little baby tree frogs sometimes like on the door.
Yes, they're so
They're
cute.
so cute.
'Cause
They're
I grew up in
so
Michigan,
cute.
so like,
Yes.
she's like, Angel says, sorry, my bad. Nope, not at all. You were right. Well, we were right, but you were right
Yes.
about the dogs too. We were talking about the dogs. So, but I grew up in Michigan,
Hmm.
but in a very wooded area too,
Yeah.
and like, so I grew up with what we call them pollywogs. I don't know, like but they're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
tadpoles.
Yes.
So people are like, "What the heck is a pollywog?" I'm like, "It's a
No, I know what a
tadpole."
polywog is.
To see,
Yes.
like, and down here, people look at me and go, "You what?" I'm like, "It's
You're
a
like a
frog."
polywog.
And they're like, "Well, what do you mean?" And I'm like, "It's a baby frog. Frogs come from somewhere. They're not just grown that way. They start out
They
as
just
tadpoles, and
appear.
there's the whole evolution, which is part of the reason I asked the the frog question is because I find them fascinating. And everybody has
Hmm.
a memory, except in areas where they don't have frogs, about a frog.
Which is
So
sad. Yes. I love
I know.
frogs. They're so cute.
All right. Before we leave, how can people find you and what final thoughts would you like to share with everybody?
My main
It's not
Instagram.
working. Oh, okay. Sorry. Hold on.
No, you're
Let's try
good.
that again. There you go.
There I am. My main personal Instagram is at emma.loney. So it's just my name with a period in between them. And then my title holder account is Miss Wisconsin Earth, and those are both Instagram. And then I'm also on Facebook as Miss Wisconsin Earth. And then my personal Facebook is Emma Loney, as it appears on the screen. And
Hmm.
then final thoughts are no matter, what background you come from, what body shape you are, you can be whatever you want to be and to just follow your dreams. And don't let anyone make you feel like you cannot follow your dreams.
It didn't work again. Oh no. Okay. And let's try that again. Oh, well, at least brought me back. Okay, that's good. So, I got to tell you, thank you so much for coming on. Again, I told you we would not keep it to half an hour. I try. Thanks for being a guest. I hope you had a good time. Hold tight. I'm going to
Yes.
wrap up the show and I'm going to keep you in the green room. So just stay right there, okay?
Okay. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me again. 15 minutes we have on another Echo Angel, literally Angel, and she's going to come on and talk about her journey to Miss Earth USA. I appreciate all of you being here. If you haven't already, please like us, follow us, subscribe. We are all about positivity and pageantry and being able to highlight the amazing things that title holders do. And I am Stacy, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much, guys. Bye. That's a wrap.